I will be doing a quick tank review for the German Tier 2 TD, the Panzerjäger I. This vehicle, for all intended purposes, it is a modified PZ1 made into a TD, as shown from the exterior here. This vehicle overall, it's a fun Tier 2 TD to use if you know how to play it right. Let's get to the vehicle stats now. The vehicle, when it is fully upgraded, it is not a bad TD for a Tier 2. Hit point wise, it is 120. That is not a lot of hit points, and you can be killed easily enough. Before I go on to the weight and the horsepower, due to the thin armor, and this vehicle being open top with thin armor, the crew and the modules can be damaged easily enough. Watch out for that, especially shots to the rear heel. Shots to the rear heel can easily damage the crew and the modules, and potentially one-shot it easily enough. This vehicle weighs quite a light tank, 8.4 max, 6.4 tons for my current setup, which means with the top engine of 100 horsepower, this tank, it is not a fast nor a slow TD. Your horsepower to ton ratio will be 14.14 horsepower to 1 ton, which means you are sort of a quick TD to get to the places where you have to get to. The vehicle hull traverse is quite good, 36 degrees, which means the vehicle can turn around quickly if it have to. The armor, it is rubbish, 13mm all around. Every single gun can pen it. The gun itself. The Top Gun, it is quite a good gun. It's a potential high damage per a minute gun with a good aiming time and a very good rate of fire as well. The pen, most of the time, you can pen every single vehicle up to Tier 3 with ease, using regular AP. You can even two-shot a T-18, which is quite good. The vehicle gun traverse is good, 26 degrees. The one thing that you have to be aware of in the Panzerjäger I, due to its height, it have a somewhat okay camo rating, but it can be seen easily enough. So, remaining hidden, it is a good thing if you want to do a lot of damage in the match and help your team out. View range, it is 300 meters, which is okay. Signal range, 700. Let's cover the research part of this tank now. The research for the vehicle, it is a easy tank to go through. Before I continue onward, the gun depression, I forgot to mention it. It is 8 degrees downward while 10 degrees up, which is pretty good. Now the research. As a Tier 2 vehicle, it's an easy tank to go through. The tracks. From the first pair of tracks, your whole traverse changes from 32 up to 36. Interesting fact about this vehicle, you can use the first pair of tracks and mount all of the best equipment here without going over the vehicle weight limit. But if you are going to be mounting any additional equipment, then you will be needing the top pair of tracks. Still, I would recommend the top pair of tracks just for the increased hull traverse. Engines, there is not much of a difference. between the two engine for being set on fire, 20% for each. From the first to the second engine, you have a 15 horsepower difference. You would have had researched the engines on the tier 1, and it is used on other vehicles as well. Radios, it doesn't take long to research the FUG2 and 5 radio, but I would highly recommend that you research the top radio. I cannot pronounce this name, but this radio have a 700 meter signal range. It is used on a wide selection of vehicles here as well. Guns. These guns are sort of the same, but compare from the first gun to the second gun, it is better for the most part. You do have a little bit decrease in rate of fire. You do have more pen and damage output, and it's more accurate though. Both of these guns have a very good aiming time and a rate of fire as well. Unfortunately, both of these guns are used on this vehicle only. It shouldn't take you long to research the Marder II. Let's cover the pros and the cons of the Panzerjäger I and how to use this vehicle effectively. What is the pros and cons for the Panzerjäger I? As a tier 2 vehicle, you will be getting yourself into a tier 2 to a tier 3 match. How do you use this vehicle? As a TD, you play it as one. As a support vehicle, and even as a sniper as well. Now, what is good about the vehicle? It is somewhat fast for a TD. You have a okay camo rating, but once you add in a camo net using the terrain and the perks, it can be quite the hard to detect vehicle from long distances. And the gun itself, with the high rate of fire gun and the good aiming time, you can in theory do a lot of damage with this gun. Now, what is bad to it? Due to the size of the vehicle, it can be killed easily enough. With the thin armor and the low amount of hit points, you can be killed easily enough. And the crew and the modules can be damaged easily enough. Let's cover the equipment and consumables you will be using in the Panzerjäger I. The consumables. Let's begin off with them. As this is a tier 2, you may or may not want to use them. But I would definitely go with the small repair kit and a first aid kit. As this is a tier 2, you can use a manual fire extinguisher if you want to, or replace it with anything else. The ammo. This vehicle carry a lot of it, 84 rounds. I put my ammo about 50-50-ish between AP and HE. Most targets that you are going to be hitting, AP will penetrate it easily enough. But if you have a problem pinning certain heavily armored vehicles between tier 2 to tier 3, you can use a PCR if you want to. It will cost you 3 gold or 1,200 credits. You will encounter mostly thinly armored vehicles between Tier 1 up to Tier 3 still, and shooting HE at them, it is not a bad idea still, as HE will in theory do up to 94 damage. The equipment. To decrease the already very good aiming time, you can go with the enhanced gun lane drive. To increase the view range, use the binocular telescope, and to increase the vehicle effective camo rating, go with the camo net. I have a replay to show you how you can use the Panzerjäger I effectively enough. Let's go to that replay now. This replay, I will be heading to the Hilldale and do what TDs do on this map. During this replay, you will see how effective the PZ-1J is on rough terrain as well, and how easy it can be killed. As a good TD, I get to a position here and help my team out if possible. Here, I try to shoot at what targets my teammates are lighting up for me, but I am not having any luck here. I got a first shot on the T7 there. Second missed. I wait a bit. That T7 there, I shot it, but missed the second time. This M7, I hit it twice and finished it off, getting a kill in the process. That T7 combat car, I think it was, it almost killed me in the process. Now I have 20 hit points left. I fall back to get off the player radars. So far I am invisible to the enemy team now. Until that when the vehicle lit me up. I finish that vehicle off. As long as you are patient and know what you are doing, you can do a lot of damage in the match, just like I am doing so far. This M2, I try to fire at it while on the move. Both failed to hit the target. This PD2D, I shoot at it, fall back. Now it's just me and the rest of the team. We are going to lose this for sure. I rushed that shot. Fortunately, with the good loading time, I finished that vehicle off. This replay I did moderately good for being a support vehicle slash a sniper. In this replay, I got in 3 kills, and I did about 600 damage, which is quite good. Let's go to the garage now to do a brief recap. Let's do a brief recap on the Panzerjäger I. This vehicle, for a TD, it is fast enough for one. If you play it carefully enough and play it to its strengths and its advantages, you can do quite well with the vehicle, assuming you can actually land and hit the 24 rounds of fire per a minute while you're doing a lot of damage within that time. This vehicle overall, it's a fun tier 2 TD to use. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the Panzerjäger I and how to use it effectively. If you like this video, leave a comment, leave a like, and even follow my channel as well. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone.